Hey there, it's Dana, and I am back in the backyard. Are you ready for some fun? So, where we left off before, we worked on an integration portion of class with a focus on breaking down the downward facing dog posture. And today, the focus will be on breaking down, taking apart the Chaturanga, which really, it's a high plank to a low plank, and then the upward facing dog. Those will be probably the newest since you're new to yoga. And the cool thing about the Chaturanga practice is I can break it down and give you a couple different options and approaches. And if you have a block or a thick book or a pillow, you might want to use that as I give you some of the options to help make it more accessible and use it throughout your practice every day or some days or whenever your body feels like you need it for some support. It's really cool to practice the Chaturanga, the low plank, using a block so you get the idea of where your body is supposed to be in space. So head onto your mat. Let's start in equal standing pose, which is your samastitihi. It's standing at attention with your hands at heart center, and find some ground through your feet. Pull your kneecaps up, bring your hip points forward, release your shoulders down your back, stretch your neck so that your crown reaches for the sky, and we'll move through a sun salutation A, starting with the most challenging way first if you want to take a seat and watch, and then I'll give you all the breakdowns. Cool. I'll see you on your mat. Alrighty, my little microphone. So you're at the top of your mat, you're standing at attention. Let's go through a little sun salutation A with some breaking on down. Inhale, mountain pose. Root through all four corners of your feet and lift your fingertips up towards the sky. Dial your pinkies in to expand your shoulder blades across your back. Breathe. Take another inhale. Exhale, standing forward fold. Hinge from your hips with slightly bent knees. Your big toes are together. There's some light between your heels, and drape your torso over your thighs. Now make it more active by lengthening your thigh bones, lifting your hips. You can pedal out your first forward fold. Really release the tension from your upper body. Begin to bend your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide your hands towards your shins, or you can even get higher towards your thighs. Avoid pressing your knees. Make a long spine like you're a number 7. Suction your belly button in and open your heart. Another inhale. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands beneath your shoulders. Walk your feet back. So your high plank is just like your mountain pose. It's just that you're standing on your hands instead of on your feet so much. Press through your heels. Squeeze your glutes. Lengthen your spine. And press all 10 fingers into the mat. You can hold here and breathe. You can just stay here and watch if you'd like. Take an inhale, shift forward. Exhale, low plank or chaturanga. Bend your elbows 90 degrees, hugging them in towards your rib cage. Hover over your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip to the tops of your feet. Press into your palms to lift your heart through your shoulders. Squeeze your heels. Float your thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog, using the strength of your abdominals. Hike your hips up to the sky. From your down dog, breathe. In your down dog, energize your inner thighs towards the back wall, and notice how that wakes up the back of your legs. So that's your first attempt at a chaturanga, and maybe it'll be the one that you're reaching for, giving you some options. So I'm bringing the block into play here. Starting from your halfway lift this time. From your halfway lift, plant your palms on either side of your block. It can be high or it can be at this lower height. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down until your chest brushes the block, making it a little more accessible for you to hold this position. Now inhale, upward facing dog. Squeeze your heels together, float your thighs. Exhale, core strength into your downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Here's our second approach. Exhale, high lift your palms, with or without your block there, ripple forward, lower your knees. Kick your heels into your glutes and lower 90 degrees. Still really working on your tricep strength. Suction cup your belly button into your spine. Now lower your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press into your palms to lift your hips. Exhale, downward facing dog. I think you'll like this next one best. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, strong spine. Exhale, fold. Come back to your halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, high plank and hold. Stay here. When your instructor cues shift forward, you stay here. When we say Chaturanga, you stay here. You're really working on core strength. When we say up dog, still stay here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Move towards the back of your mat with your hips up high. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. I'm going to give you one more way to move through this. Exhale, high plank, plant your hands. Inhale, still shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. You're using your core strength, but your belly comes all the way down. Leave your hands beneath your shoulders, tent your fingers, zip up your thighs, plant your feet down. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your heart. Keep your gaze towards your mat. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, high plank or tabletop position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. I'm going to take you through that Chaturanga one more time so you can check it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, Chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Float your thighs, squeeze your hips together. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Release your breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, take a seat on your mat. So that's your Chaturanga breakdown. Every option that you saw is an option for you. It's an option for everybody. I take those options. Most times I practice, at least every class I take, there's a time or two where I skip the Chaturanga and go from high plank to my down dog. It's not a sign of weakness, it's actually a sign of strength. It's a sign that you're listening to your body. Like my shoulder's kind of jacked up these days, so I'm taking a lot of different approaches to my practice, but I haven't stopped practicing. You know, I'm trying to find a way to make it work where I'm not injuring myself and bettering myself. And you can do that too. So on the flip side of this, I would love to show you some warriors. So let's take on some warriors, and then we'll kind of be ready to put a class together. Sound good? I look forward to it. Let's meet back on our mat.